Hey, what's up, guys? It's Francisco, your host. I know usually we don't start off the podcast this way, but because of the events that occurred yesterday, I kind of want to take some time to talk about it. And I'm speaking about the shooting that was at Saugus High School yesterday. As far as we know, there was 3 injured and 2 casualties.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families. It's crazy how at one point you start to feel a little bit desensitized at the rate in which things like this are happening. I actually work out in Santa Clarita, and it was interesting to me that when I got to work yesterday, like it just seemed like a normal day.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah, like everybody was just kind of going about their business, and then towards later in the night, yeah, like it definitely slowed down. You know, it was pretty quiet for the rest of the night, and I just wanted to say we need to do a better job as a society, taking care of one another and just keeping an eye out for the mental health of other people.
Yeah, man, it's been rough. It's crazy because I mentioned to Francisco off air that one of my coworkers actually volunteers at that school.
Yeah,
and like it's eerily getting just closer and closer to home. Just because I have 2 coworkers that were at the Route 66 festival,
right,
at Trader Joe's, that were at the festival. Luckily, got out on time. That's one of those coworkers was supposed to be at that club in Thousand Oaks, but she had homework to do, so she did end up going, and then that happened.
Right. Yeah,
and then now this. It's getting close to home. I'm speaking for myself, but exactly, we just gotta just do better as a society, as people, to help one another at least.
Yeah, yesterday we had a customer. I didn't speak with this customer, but my coworker spoke with the customer that their daughter actually goes to the school. And she said that morning, her daughter called her when it started happening, and she was in the library and she was just scared. She didn't know what to do, and like I couldn't help but think of, like, man, as a parent, like how do you feel? Like, helpless. And all you can do is hope that everything turns out okay. So like I said, these are it's a serious situation. It's a sad time, and our thoughts and prayers are with the families. But with that being said, we're gonna have some fun today, okay?
We will.
So we're gonna go ahead and turn it around, and let's get into it, Danny.
Let's do it.
With that being said, welcome to the new show on the block. Touching every topic, guaranteed to make it hot. From them Phillip River spirals to girly running the rock. From them lake show dunks to them game winning shots. It's a lock, it's a fact that we only spitting facts. Like who wreck a finna flop and who stay on top of that. Who the hottest of the month and who really spitting trash. Don't stress, just guess. This your favorite podcast. Everything should be dead after.
That's what he said.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending what time it is, wherever you are in the world. Listen to us right now. I am Francisco, your host with the most, a.k.a. defective_TDK on the IG, and I'm chilling with my co-host.
What's up, everybody? It's Daniel, a.k.a. Unruly Pretty Rocco on that IG.
And you are now tuned in to episode 60 of
With That Being Said. 60?
60, baby, big 60.
Big 60.
They just keep climbing. The episodes keep adding up, bro.
I'm
They
with
stacking.
it.
They stacking.
That's what usually happens when you do episodes every week, but...
Okay, good. Yeah, that's deductive reasoning.
Yeah, of course.
You're fucking...
I'm a genius.
Okay, I was going to say mystery solver, and then I was like, detective is a much better word than mystery solver, but you know the vibes on this side.
You can be like, no shit, Sherlock, throw it back to 5th grade.
I used to hate when people said that.
Really?
I used to hate it, bro.
They for sure used it on you too many times.
Well, you know what? I don't know if it was that, but there's one time specifically that I remember they said it to me, and I was like, if you wasn't a fee, you get punched, dog.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe they get punched anyways.
That and the other thing that really bugs me, I don't think they do anymore, but I want to say around high school time people would do it, is like, let's say you be chilling, right? You be chilling, vibing, and you be singing, and somebody goes, oh, who sings that?
Oh,
and
yeah.
you would tell them, and they'd be like, let's keep it that way. Wow.
I feel like you would say something like that.
No, they would always do it to me.
That's so funny.
Because I'd always be listening to music.
Me too, and I'd be singing too.
And then somebody asked me, and it's like, oh, let me put you on game. Like, I'd be excited, like, to show you.
Yeah, I got you.
And they'd be like, let's keep it that way. Like,
I bet.
You son of a shit.
I'm going to sing even fucking louder now.
Yeah. You know the vibes today. Danny, I want to start off with a fun question. I heard this question this morning, and I thought it'd be fun to talk about on the show. I'm interested in hearing your answer. Okay, Danny. So you get an offer of $10,000 I'm sorry. I'm trying to phrase the question correctly.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the situation. You get one punch, one good punch, one haymaker to knock out an animal.
Okay.
And you get $10,000 for every pound that animal weighs.
Oh.
Which animal are you choosing?
A liger.
A liger?
Yes.
You think you could one punch a liger?
Oh, that's true because you have to actually
you have to knock it out.
You have to knock it out.
And PETA, don't come after me. Animal lovers don't come after me. I love animals, but I'm saying hypothetically for the sake of this question, we talking bread. So a liger, I don't think you can one punch a liger.
Okay, I would probably go for like a lioness.
You think you could one punch a lioness?
I think so. I feel like a lion's too big, and like his mane's too big, so I'll probably miss.
Yeah. See, these are things you got to
lioness. I feel like it's a good like. Yeah, I think so.
So just to kind of put things in perspective, I did my research on average weight of a few animals.
Okay.
So we could kind of do the math and kind of figure out if you were able to knock out a male bear,
like a grizzly or just like a regular black bear,
like a grizzly.
If
you were able to knock out a grizzly, one hitter quitter, put him down, bang, you'd get $4,780,000.
Damn.
If you were able to do it.
Okay.
If you were able, and this is more going along the lines of my answer, because I was trying to think of who maybe I could get his work to. I could give him the 2 piece and the biscuit minus the biscuit. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking a giraffe.
First of all, you need a stool.
I need a ladder.
Yeah, no, it's not a stool. A ladder for sure.
I need a ladder for sure. But
if you got the hit,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I could one piece a giraffe.
Okay.
I think so.
Maybe.
Based off of their weight, I'm looking at 25 mil.
Oh shit.
20. I'm out here getting bread.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, a horse. I don't think I could one hit a horse. I'm trying to think.
Maybe.
I don't think I could one hit a
like
horse.
500 pounds?
I think they got to be maybe a little more. I'm thinking,
really?
Yeah. So then I was like, maybe not a horse, but a pony.
Oh, a
but
pony.
But a pony, you're looking at 5 mil and you straight.
I mean, you'd be cool if I'd be cool with 5 mil. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I'd be cool with 10.
With 10 grand?
But like like 1 pound animal are you gonna punch?
That's true. I mean,
and then somebody
like a fucking chihuahua.
Somebody said like a turtle.
Like a tortoise?
Yeah. But I'd be scared I'd kill one. You know what I'm saying? Because these hands, dog. These hands. You know what I'm saying?
Or like a dolphin.
Yeah, you think you could one piece of dolphin? The thing is, it has to be out of the water, right? Because you can't get it underwater. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna out of the way, like you just dip.
For those of you wondering, these are the things that go through my mind throughout the day.
Wow.
And I started thinking,
like a mountain lion. No, but mountain lion's not even that big.
But I'm sure they got a mountain lion got to be 100 pounds.
120.
120. That's
still
still bread.
It is still bread.
That's still bread. But when I was thinking about this and I thought of my animal, my answer was a giraffe. I was like, what the fuck even is a giraffe?
What? What do you mean?
Like,
I fed a giraffe once.
I feel like a giraffe is an animal that like God came up with when he was running out of ideas.
Oh, so we're talking about God now.
I feel like
interesting.
I feel like him and his angel posse, they was kicking it, and they was just like, well, we need a couple more to fit Noah's Ark, dog. Like, and we running out of ideas.
Okay. So that's how we're doing now.
So then they were like, all right, hey man, we already made a horse and we threw some stripes on it and we called it a zebra. Right, we already did that. So he was like, "Fuck it, throw some spots on it, stretch out his neck, and we call it something else." Bam, giraffe. That's how I feel a giraffe came about.
Okay, interesting.
That and the second animal was a platypus.
Platypuses are dope.
I feel like at that point he was just running out of ideas, and I'm like, "Fuck it, throw two things together, and then like we'll call it something else."
Duck and a beaver.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you think of any animals that you feel like, they was just running out of ideas at that point?
Fuck, I can't think of any now. You're putting me on the spot.
I am. Well, I mean, honestly, like a lot of birds.
Because I feel like they're all the same thing.
They're all pretty much the same thing. Unless we're talking like ostrich, flamingo, and turkey. They're all the same thing.
I was going to say like an ostrich. Or not even like, what does a koala do?
He's just a baby bear that never grow up. Dog, you know
what does a koala do? Nothing. Kicking it.
Yeah. They were definitely... They were running. It was like the iPhone. They had to come out with something new every year.
Fuck. All right, guys. 3 more days. Let's do it. We got 3 more days. Let's figure this out right now.
This one got a new camera on it. Let's send it out. Oh, man. I like how when we do this, we speak our minds. We tell jokes. We laugh, right? if you were to do that in front of an audience, normally you would get applause or cheers of sorts.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not the case for everybody. I'm talking about the Six God himself over the weekend.
Oh.
He performed at
six.
Camp Flognaw. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Camp Flognaw, yeah. I gotta ask the kids.
I gotta ask the kids for sure.
For real.
And he got booed off stage, Danny. Do you hear about that?
I did, actually. I woke up to, like, the news because I think it was, like, Saturday, Sunday. Woke up on Monday, I think it was. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I feel like it was maybe Sunday night.
Yeah. I was like, what? Like, Drake got booed off stage. How does that happen? Because Drake, obviously, is one of the bigger artists around right now. Probably one of the top, I don't know. If you want to say Mount Rushmore, just a pop-in artist right now, he might hit it. Or he will hit it. It's funny because immediately as I heard that, I texted one of my coworkers that was there at Camp Flognaw.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, yeah, we wanted to be Frank Ocean. I'm like, really? You guys disrespect the Six God like that? Like, I was kind of offended.
Disrespected the Six God like that.
Because I'm not going to lie. If I was at a festival and then if there was a surprise headliner, and it ends up being Drake, I'll be fucking lit. Because Drake has all the bangers. It's about to be on and popping.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you off air that if I was there and it was him, I would have been excited. I know he's gonna play some hits and he's gonna play shit to get the crowd hyphy. But the moment I heard somebody start booing him and start yelling for Frank, I would have been on shit. I would have been like, "Fuck this guy, go back to Canada."
So you're a hype beast. Fun
at that moment.
Yeah. Okay.
At that moment, for sure. For anybody who hasn't heard about it, I'm sure you all heard about it, but for anybody who hasn't looked into it, Camp Flognaw is Tyler the Creator's festival. I guess that night on the set list, he had time reserved for a special guest, and a lot of the people who went were hoping that one of the special guests would be Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean being an affiliate of Odd Future back in the days from Tyler's crew. So A$AP Rocky comes out, does a couple songs. Lil Uzi comes out and does a couple songs. And then Drake comes out and does a couple songs, which is cool. But then Drake goes on to say, hey, they only wanted me to do 2-3 songs, but with your guys' permission, I'd love to go on and keep going longer. Him thinking that everybody was going to be cool with that.
Crickets.
So he does a couple more songs, and, people in the crowd start to realize, hey, the longer his set goes, the less time Frank Ocean has if he's going to come out.
Is that what they were thinking?
I think so. I definitely think so. Especially with Drake saying, hey, they only wanted me to do 2-3 songs. They're thinking, well, there's definitely plenty of time left for the next guest.
But there wasn't a guest after that, right?
There wasn't. Drake knew he was gonna say that before he even went out on stage.
But obviously he assumed that I'm about to play a full set.
The crowd's gonna be hyped once I say that I'm gonna keep going.
Which I would be too if I was Drake.
I would assume the same. I would assume the same. But you know what? I'm sure it was a very humbling experience for that man. And I don't know what else to say, but my fave would never,
Like the things that
couldn't happen to my guys.
It bugs me just because, like, dude, Drake is such a great, like, he's a good ass artist. He's such a big artist.
Yeah.
I don't see how he could go somewhere and just dud.
Yeah, I think some people were saying it's almost like the people in the crowd were like, "Boo, we don't want to be entertained."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like I just don't. And I also, something that bugs me personally, it's that a lot of them were upset because they just assumed that Frank Ocean was coming, and it's like nobody announced Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
he would. Trust me, if they would have announced Frank Ocean, it would have been fucking wild. It would have gone crazy ahead of time before the festival started.
Yeah,
but they didn't. And then like I asked my coworker, and she was like, "Oh yeah, but they're playing Frank Ocean's music and like this and that." I'm like, "You're still assuming." Like, Tyler never said nothing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they were all assuming. But that kind of goes with our conversation off air where we were talking about how if they would have put Drake's name as he was the headline, this issue would have never happened because a different demographic would have bought the tickets and people would have been there to see him. It would have been people who wouldn't boo him. People just wanted something else.
And also, I feel like the people who listen to Tyler are, I can't say a different generation because they're only like several years younger than us. But
yeah, it doesn't feel right saying different generation, but it is a different, it is different climate. It's
exactly, it's different climate. And I even asked again. I keep going back to my coworker, and she was like, "Honestly, I don't listen to Drake. Like, I don't like his music." And it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. So there's a lot of views in the crowd, which is cool. I mean, you don't have to listen. You don't have to like Drake. That's fine. It just made sense. Just because me and you, we grew up on Drake. We were in high school when he came out. Like,
Yeah.
wait, hold up.
I just. You're right. You're right in everything you said. I just don't like.
I'm not saying you're a huge Drake fan, but what I'm saying is that.
And I am though. I do like Drake.
Okay, then why you make the?
I just don't want to.
You don't want it out there that you're a Drake fan. Okay,
No,
cool.
no,
I got it.
that's not it. I just don't want people thinking I'm one of those, Drake hype beast type gentlemen. I'm not.
No, we're not saying that. But what we're saying is that we were in high school. He came out. We basically kind of grew up with him.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
We did. Just admit it.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So he's kind of our dude. So obviously, if I was out there, he's so uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, I am.
Because I'm spitting these facts.
You're not wrong about nothing you're saying. You're not wrong.
But again, you know what? How dare you guys disrespect the sixth god? Exactly. Boo. We don't want to be entertained. All right, then you guys didn't get entertained.
It's like
what?
Oh, it's like that movie.
Which one?
Is it Troy?
Gladiator.
Where
Are you not
Drake's
entertained?
on stage and he's like, "Are you not entertained?"
Like,
and the whole crowd goes, "No, you suck."
Yeah, and I like what he did. Like, at the end he's like, all right then, well, it's been love. I go by the name of Drake. Thanks for having me, and he walks off the stage. Okay, cool. He took it lightly. Like, what you thought Francisco wanted him to be like, no, fuck y'all. All right, fuck y'all then, and just dip.
We gonna bang my shit and just keep performing until they start throwing shit. Once they start throwing shit, then it's time to go. But if y'all not gonna throw nothing, then I will get my shit off because there's gonna be people there who want to see you.
Well, those for sure people there that want to see him.
I think I read an article where they were talking about there was a girl in the crowd who was yelling at everybody that was booing, and she was like, "Hey, Frank's in New York. Like, stop asking for him." She was trying to yell it out in the crowd.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're gonna ruin it for everybody." And I guess
did.
The boos were definitely drowning out the crowd, so they did ruin it for the portion of people who wanted to see him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, some people see him as a hero, Drake.
What a hero?
Yeah.
Why?
The people who look at him like, hype beast Drake, hype beast, six god, everything he does is gold, and he got the Midas touch.
He does got the Midas touch though.
Well, that brings me to our next topic.
Okay.
Speaking of heroes, speaking of the Midas touch, we just had the anniversary of the 1-year death of Stan Lee.
Heroes,
bro.
Heroes.
Midas touch.
Midas
Everything's
touch.
gold. Everything's money.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
He made it to be 95, and his cause of death was of pneumonia.
Really?
Yeah.
95? But 95? Hey, you
95 about to be 96. He was about a month away from his birthday.
Yeah, you had a good run. I'll
Great
take that.
run.
I'll take that. That's a dub. That's a dub.
And to make so many people happy, to have so many fans.
Oh, for sure.
To create the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just that alone was amazing for all of us to watch. And that really reached and resonated through a generation gap. Through us, who are, I would say, 25 through about 30, to people who are older who really grew up on comic books when it was just the comic books around, to making new fans of like the younger kids and who get to see this, who don't know anything else about this.
Going back to how we said about growing up, what I said with Drake, but we really grew up with like the MCU. Like, we were in middle school talking about, they're gonna make this movie with all the Avengers.
I would say we were probably about 10 years old when the first 11. Iron Man dropped.
Yeah, something like that. I think it was 6th grade, like 5th grade, something like that.
Yeah, right around there. And to think now we're fucking 26, 27, 28. Like, yeah, that was really our shit. So fucking mad props to Stan Lee, creating some of the best characters that we look up to or we look to in real life. So I was gonna ask, if you can have any character from the Marvel universe, if you can have their powers in real life, who would it be? And I'm not saying who your favorite character is.
Like something would be okay.
Because for me, we know Spider-Man's my favorite character.
But would you have his powers, man?
Not really, because my thing is I'm afraid of heights. So like the swinging thing gonna be a bitch. You
can catch yourself, bro.
Also, like we live in the valley. Like there's not too many tall buildings for me to be doing all this shit. Like Spider-Man has to be New York.
Okay.
Batman has to be New York. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They need the building shit. Or Batman's Gotham, sorry, but it's basically New York. Yeah. New York, sorry. So yeah, I don't think I would take Spider-Man's powers in real life. My go-to is Wolverine.
Dang, that's a good one.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, that's a good one. I want to
say the healing regeneration factor.
Yeah, because he lives.
The fucking metal adamantium claws.
Yeah,
that's fucking lit.
Hey, what's stronger, adamantium or
vibranium?
Vibranium.
I think it's vibranium.
Really?
I think.
That's interesting. We gotta look that up.
Oh yeah. Let me talk to my guys.
Talk to your guys real quick at Marvel. Let them know. Ask them.
We'll get a hit of some vibranium up in the studio.
Oh.
We'll get a hit of some adamantium and we'll work some shit out.
We'll see what we do.
Yeah, but I think I would definitely pick Wolverine. Either Wolverine or Venom. Venom got some dope shit.
Venom has dope shit. I like. I mean, Captain America has dope powers, and he doesn't age.
Yeah, I guess, or he just ages slower, right?
Yeah, because I think obviously he aged at the end of the fucking.
Oh, that's right.
Endgame.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he does age slower.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be cool. It's not too over the top. Like I don't really need to fly nowhere. I mean, I guess I could.
Teleporting be lit though.
Like Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. That'd be lit.
Or like, be like the girl from the X-Men. What we just talked about earlier.
Rogue?
No, not Rogue. The one that switches bodies.
Oh, Mystique.
Mystique.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be robbing everybody.
Oh, is that what you do?
And it's like, it wasn't me.
You know what I'm saying? It was that guy.
It was that guy. Let's get into some music, man. We had plenty of anniversaries this week. One that I was excited to get to, just because last year we spoke about it when the anniversary came up.
Yeah.
And I remember last year when I brought it up, you told me I had never listened to that album before. So now it's been a year. Okay. Hopefully, at some point through those 365 days,
I ran it back a couple times.
You ran it back a couple times. You sat with it, and I'm talking about Jay-Z's The Black Album. This is, for me, a top 3 Jay-Z album. Top 3.
Okay.
I think number 1 is a Reasonable Doubt, and I leave the 2 spot open because I don't know what I want to put there yet. And then the Black Album. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be top 3 for me, and it dropped November 14, 2003. Some of the producers on there, fucking big names, hitters all over the board.
I already know.
Just Blaze, the Neptunes, Timbaland, Ninth Wonder, Kanye, Eminem had like 2 songs on there that he produced. And the hits, like the ones that you should know off bat, if you remember the music videos for Dirt Off Your Shoulders, 99 Problems, Public Service Announcement. But even like the deeper cut, and I don't even want to say deeper cuts for this album because it's like 12 tracks. So it's like, bitch, how deep is it? You know what I'm saying? But it's just good songs that probably don't get the credit they deserve. Is like, What More Can I Say, Justify My Thug, and Lucifer.
Lucifer is probably my favorite song on that album.
That beat bangs so hard too. But have we ran it back, Danny?
If I remember correctly, I have, just not recently, but for sure I have.
Well, okay. I tried. I did my
due diligence.
My due diligence as a friend.
I remember listening to Lucifer and being like, "Yo, this fucking beat is fire." And
it just sounds so much different than anything else on that project. Yeah. It stands out.
Yeah, for sure does.
When you're going through the album, it stands out. Let's talk about another anniversary I want to get to. Six God, aka King of the Booze. He had
King of the Booze or Booze, like
both, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, right.
I guess.
Yeah, fuck it.
But it gets kind of sad when you boo you know?
That's what happened.
That's what happens. Take Care, November 15th, 2011.
Since Take Care, I've been taken.
Okay.
Word to Drake.
Some of the producers on there, T Minus, 40, Boy Wonder. We know they always fucking with Drake. You have Marvin's Room, who made a couple gentlemen cry. Couple gentlemen in this room cry. I'm not gonna say names, but
yeah, you know,
thug tears were dropped. Voicemails were sent. You know what I'm saying?
Text messages were sent for sure,
and regrets were had the next morning. You know
for
what I'm saying?
Sure.
But it is what it is. Take Care with Rihanna. Over My Dead Body.
Great intro.
What do you think is your favorite song on here? Because I like this project. I think this is probably a top 3 Drake album.
I think
actually no, it might not be. 4 though.
4? Top 4?
I'm just off the top of my head. I'm trying to. I didn't write it down. I'm just trying to think of the other ones.
Crew Love is one of my favorite songs.
It's with your boy now.
With The Weeknd. Not Over My Dead Body, which is the one after that. Shot for me, which is also written by The Weeknd, which is really, really, really good song. Damn, like Hell Yeah, Fucking Right was a bonus track. I think I like a lot of the songs. I think I like almost the whole album. I don't think there's one song I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there might be like one or two skips, but I do enjoy all of it.
Oh, The Real Her with Andre 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
That's another fire ass song. Damn, honestly, I can't think of a favorite song.
For me, my favorite song on here is gonna be "Lord Knows" with Rick Ross.
Oh, and that Rick Ross versus.
And also how you kind of, I was gonna say alluded to, but you didn't allude to. You said it. How the Kanye beat stands out on the Jay-Z album. Well, for me, this beat produced by Just Blaze stands out on this album, and to me, Just Blaze is one of the best to do it when it comes to just making big beats, like beats that just fill a room. Like when you listen to his beats, to me, it feels like there's a whole orchestra in the room with you. Like you just hear every instrument stands out on its own. You hear the vocals. To me, Just Blaze should do the outro on every fucking album, on every fucking hip hop album.
Okay.
You should always get Just Blaze to do your last beat. Jay-Z has done it. The Game has done it. And to me, it just always works. It just always works. So shout out to Just Blaze, because that song definitely sticks out for me. If this album takes me back to a certain time, it takes me back to the epitome, the epitome of Drizzy Hands.
Okay.
You remember?
Yeah, the Drizzy Hands.
For everybody that's listening, Drizzy. And he would always do the like at the end of every other line.
Yeah. Damn. I'm looking at the track list right now. We'll Be Fine, Underground Kings, Make Me Proud with Nicki was dope. Cameras, Good Ones Go. That interlude's really, really dope because it has the Weeknd singing like the ad libs, and it's really good. Hell Yeah, Fucking Right. Practice. And then bonus track was also The Motto, which is a really dope song with Weezy. And I think they have a remix with Tyga.
Is that the You Already Know though?
Yeah. That's The Motto. Yellow. They got it every day.
Hey, dude. Spanish girls let me like I'm a
Aventura. Exactly.
And it's like facts.
Tell Uncle Luke I'm out Miami too.
Club and hard fucking bitches ain't
much to do. Yeah.
Golly. Well,
exactly.
then.
There you
That's
go.
a lifestyle that I cannot relate to.
I don't know about that. I'm sorry.
Hey, let me sit at home and do my podcast, Drake. Leave me the fuck alone, man. All right. One more anniversary that I want to get to, because we actually haven't even talked about this. I don't even have this in my notes, but we spoke about it off air. Fuck, we should talk about it. It's the damn Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's not the anniversary I was alluding to, but that just kind of goes hand in hand with one that I wanted to celebrate, which was Space Jam anniversary.
Oh, for sure. I think
because Disney Plus obviously is the big thing right now. Everybody's signing up, and you can go watch all the throwback movies, shows, and shit.
Disney
and
Plus,
this is a throwback movie. That's not necessarily Disney, but it's just a throwback movie from our childhood.
On top of that, I think it's the 23rd anniversary, which is kind of ironic.
It is. November 10th, 1996. For anybody who hasn't seen Space Jam, I apologize for the ice cream truck right outside of my house.
Oh, I thought we were in a submarine.
Oh, shit. Oh, that
plot
was
twist. We're actually recording from the bottom of the fucking Pacific Ocean, actually.
The Pacific, to be specific. Shout out Lil Rob.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I didn't see that coming.
Hey, you like that one, right?
Good shit.
Do you remember any specific scenes in that movie that you like love?
Space Jam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one sec. I just wanted to say, for anybody who didn't hear the ice cream bell, they don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. But in case you guys could hear it, you guys could joke. From the movie, the one that stands out to me, off top, without thinking about it, is when he first gets taken into the Looney Tune world, and they take him down the golf hole or whatever. And then I just remember like the guy that they sent to like basically babysit him or keep him entertained. He's like, oh shit, I lost Michael.
Yeah, like fuck.
Yeah.
I remember being, because I would always go with my family to a Castle Park to a mini golf, and I'd always be scared to grab the ball from the hole because I thought I was gonna get sucked in.
Really?
Yeah. That's one of the scenes that I remember clearly the most too, honestly.
Yeah. And Larry Bird's actually in that scene, and it just would have been a completely different movie with Larry Bird if he would have got taken to Looney Tuneville.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad it was Michael.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, seeing fucking Charles Barkley, Muggsy Bogues.
Who
else was in that movie? Abraham, you remember who was in that movie? All right. Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask you then, huh?
Good thing he's not our statistician. He don't know shit.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Good job, bro.
For anybody who hasn't seen Space Jam, honestly, I recommend it. I think it stands up.
I haven't seen it recently, so I don't know. I remember. Oh, hey, yo, low-key, I had a crush on Lola Bunny.
Honestly, I'm not to be a perv, but same.
Nah, like I remember I was like, oh fuck, like she's bad.
Same.
She's bad.
For a fictional animated
Rabbit.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm with you there. So shout out Space Jam. I would definitely recommend people to watch it. It stands up, and if you got kids, if you got little ones, they would enjoy it. They don't have to know who Michael Jordan is to enjoy that movie.
No, not at all.
I'm gonna let you take away the next segment, man.
It's funny because as soon as you said that, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like you don't, because there's two things that I want you to take.
Okay.
And one of them,
Pause.
That joke was too easy.
Pause.
That joke was too easy. That was too easy, and I'm better than that, so I'm not gonna do it.
All right.
I'm better than that. I'm sorry. Back to music, but this isn't an anniversary. This is a new project that just dropped. Chixtape 5, Tory Lanez.
Yes.
And you're so in love with this right now.
I am.
I want you to go ahead and delve into it.
Look,
it's all you, bro.
It's all me.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's what's crazy about this is that Francisco kind of introduced me to it maybe like a month or two back.
Because that's what I do, baby.
Or not even like, maybe it was more, maybe 3-4 months back, but I kind of just never really paid attention to it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll listen to it. Okay, because honestly, I'm not a really big Tory Lanez fan. I think he's dope.
Yeah,
but I'm not. Tory. I know there's a lot of people who stupid fuck with Tory. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. Check it out. I checked out Chixtape 4, and I just fell in love.
And that shit banged.
The first song was Slow Grind, which is that Grind With Me.
Yup.
Beat. Oh my God. The next one was Need a Girl Part 2. So those are two of my favorite R&B songs of all time.
For the people who are not familiar, Tory has been doing this Chixtape series for a while now, since before he blew up. And basically what it is he drops mixtapes and samples old R&B, early 2000s hip hop beats, and just basically remixes them.
Yes.
But now that he's on and popping and he got bread, he can do this rollout as an album for Chixtape 5, because now he has the money to clear the samples,
clear all the samples,
and get features. So it doesn't have to be a mixtape. So Chixtape 5 just dropped. You were talking about how much you love 4. Tell me about 5. What stands out to you about 5?
First of all, the first song, he got Jagged Edge on it.
Okay.
And Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
And first thing Jermaine Dupri says is, you know what it is? You know what this is? And like
you knew what it was?
I knew what it was. Jagged Edge, dope ass R&B group. The next song, we got Jerry Sprunger, which was already released as a single with T-Pain. And what I liked about this album is that on top of the fact that he sampled those artists, he had those artists featured on the song. So he had song called The Take, which is a sample from Take You Down by Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a dope-ass song, one of my favorite R&B songs.
Yeah.
And then he had Chris Brown on the verse. He had the Fargo Splash.
That was a Splash Waterfall.
Splash Waterfall with Ludacris.
I like that one.
Yeah. He had a Dream feature, which I was very emotional about.
You got wet about?
Yeah, because The Dream is one of my favorite artists of all time. He had 2 songs on it. Which was I Love Your Girl, and then I forgot the second one. I wish I could remember right now. But then on top of that, he also had a Lloyd and Lil Wayne feature. Come on, dude! Like he just
what remix was that to?
I don't remember. I still can't. I was listening to the sample and I couldn't figure it out.
I know which one it is, but I can't think of the name of the song.
It's not you, because I would have noticed.
No,
if it was you.
that one would have been too obvious.
He has one with Fabulous, and then I think Fabo on the song said the FOBO, and I'm like, it just took me back to early 2000s when he would rap that. Like it just
when it was like nobody did spell check on his lyrics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite songs is called Fool's Tale with Ashanti. Which samples Foolish. It's just basically like if I have my own specific R&B playlist that I play myself, and I feel like every single one of these songs is on that freaking playlist. So that's
what's up.
It just completes me.
So you encourage people to check that out?
Yeah, definitely check it out if you're an old R&B old head.
Yeah.
If you like that, you're gonna like this for sure.
You know what?
It's a more modern take on it.
I just really like his rollout for this album, like to releasing the cover art, which was Ashanti laying on the bed texting.
Yeah.
And it was like, this dude got Ashanti to be on the cover art. Like, that's crazy to me.
I mean, if you think about it, like he had all these big ass. And look, The Dream is one of my favorites, but The Dream writes for like freaking Beyonce, everybody in their minds, big ass artists. And I think he even said like, I don't even know if I could pull this out of my ass, and he did. He had The Dream on his album. He had a Trey Songz on the Can't Help But Wait like sample. Like it's just dope, man. Yeah. Super dope. Everybody needs to check this out. If you're an R&B person, do it. Play it while you're, with your girl, with your dude, trying to get it, on and popping.
Okay.
Exactly. That's what you got to do.
You're trying to do things.
We're trying to do some special things tonight.
Some special things tonight. Well, I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you're happy. And now I want to make you angry, Danny. Now I want to make you angry. Okay. Let's switch it up real quick.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw you a curveball. That's a play on words because I want to talk about baseball. Who I want to talk about, Danny? I don't want to talk about the Houston Astros. Who I want to talk about?
The Houston Asterisks?
The Houston Asterisks. And why do they got an asterisk, Danny? Tell the world.
Because they like to do something called cheating.
What?
Cheating.
I've never heard.
You heard the word cheating?
I've never heard.
That's when there's rules in the game.
Okay.
And then you don't follow the rules.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what they did.
The rules are meant to be broken? Is that not a thing?
Not when there's sports involved.
Not when there's this much money involved.
Yeah, not when there's World Series involved.
Talk to me.
Look, on Tuesday, Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic published an article detailing how Houston electronically stole signs during the 2017 season. 4 people who were with the Houston Astros admitted the team stole signs
Snitches.
by using a camera placed in the outfield. They probably kicked it with 6'9".
They folded on them, dog.
They did. Current Oakland pitcher Mike Friars, who spent time with Astros, is the only one of the 4 to go on record.
Wow.
But people, not everybody's a baseball fan. So what's sign stealing and why is it not okay in this case? Because I'm sure we hear it all the time. Oh, they stole signs.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you hear accusations.
Yeah.
But
nothing ever happens.
This seems like there's actual proof, and it was in the World Series.
Exactly. Well, according to the Houston Asterisks, they only did it during the regular season. When the postseason started, they stopped doing it.
That's where I like that move.
Yeah,
I like that move.
Yeah.
We're gonna admit to a little bit of it. So you just give us a little slap on the hand. We only did it in regular season. We didn't do it in playoffs.
No, of course not. We didn't
like
do
that
it.
move.
Yeah,
That's a good move.
But so what's sign stealing? Look, sign stealing is part of the game. Basically, when the opposing team gets a man on second, they can from second. If you look at home, you can see what kind of signs the catcher's making for the pitcher.
Right.
Basically, the catcher makes a sign, whatever, and this person on second base could try to relay to the batter, like, "Hey, this dude threw up a 2," which could mean a curveball. Obviously, after a while, you start noticing patterns and stuff. So that's how it is. That's how you do it, like in the game, fairly, right?
Right.
What they did, and I'm saying they as in the Houston Asterisks, they specifically use cameras in their stadiums to see the catcher's signs. Basically, they had a camera set up in center field, and they would zoom in right into the catcher, and obviously somehow, some way, get it so people inside the clubhouse could see it, and then on top of that, they would relay it somehow to the dugout, and they would either do any kind of whistle, some kind of signal that obviously isn't obvious. Sorry for the redundancy.
Yep.
That okay, this pitch is coming. I specifically saw a video. I don't remember what team it was, but they would hit a trash can. Boom, boom, like curveball.
Yeah.
Curveball happened. Boom, like whatever. Throw a sign. It was a fastball. Didn't do nothing. Another, they threw a sign, boom, boom, a curveball was pitched. And I think I remember the pitcher calling his catcher and be like, "Hey, get over here." And you could hear it on the video. They're fucking stealing signs. You keep on hearing that shit. You hear that bang?
Yeah.
Like they're fucking stealing signs, so they switched up the signs. Which is one. On top of that, I saw another video where it was in the World Series where Clayton Kershaw was pitching, and I think he threw a curveball or whatever pitch it was. I don't remember. And you would hear a and it sounds, it's in the ambience of the stadium, so you would think someone's maybe saying that, whatever, and then it was curveball. The next they threw a sign, nothing. Another sign, did the little whistle, curveball. So you could tell they were definitely doing this in the World Series. What's even more crazier about this is that I got some stats for your ass.
Well, I mean, give them to me.
Look, so everyone always says, "Oh, the Astros are a contact team. They don't strike out." Remember, we said that. We're like, "Oh yeah, they're a good team. They don't strike out."
That's just facts.
That's just facts, that they like the small ball, blah, 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 blah. Some facts for your ass. Some stats for your ass, actually. In 2014, their strikeout rate was ranked 29th in the league. In 2015, also 29th. 2016, 27th. Improving a little bit, right?
Little bit.
2017, number 1, best in the league.
Well, that's a jump, but also, believable.
2018, number 2.
That's right. Way to stay amid the tops.
In 2019, number 1.
Again.
So so something happened between. On top of that, I got some more stats for your ass.
Well, then talk to me.
Look, In 2017, look at these are postseason splits. So these are splits in the postseason for specific players.
That is what postseason splits
I mean,
means?
people might not know what it is. So I'm trying to be a little bit specific to be specific.
Okay.
Yeah. Jose Altuve,
Talk to me.
your man's.
Yes, yeah.
At home, he batted .472.
Woo.
He had an on-base percentage of .513.
That sounds good.
A slugging of .1028.
That must be good.
And damn, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Away,
Talk to me.
143,
Okay, not so hot.
268,
Well, we don't like to travel. That's why.
229.
He lost his luggage at the airport.
Yeah, okay. And then I can go down. Carlos Correa,
Who's that?
371, 421 on base, 743 slugging. Away, 211 batting average, 231, 395. I can keep on going. I got Bregman at home, 273. On base percentage, 342. Away, 154 and 175. And it's going down. McCann, this is one of the worst. At home, he hit 300. 300?
That's good.
You're going to the Hall of Fame with that, right?
Especially for McCann.
Exactly. His on-base percentage was 382. Away, he was .037 with a 161 on-base percentage. That doesn't sound. That sounds like you got some. Good. I mean, it's easy to hit a ball when you know exactly where it's going.
It sounds like, Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Yeah, and it's at first I kind of was like, whatever, what's gonna happen? Like, who cares? But now as I'm like reading into it and I was doing my homework for the show, I just got more and more mad because it obviously happened to us.
Yeah.
And then it just happened to us. The Yankees also took them that year to a Game 7, and they lost against them. So it happened to the Yankees, and then it happened to us too. Game 7, everybody talks shit about Darvish.
Yeah.
That he was tipping his pitches. I actually did some research, and I read an article about how the Dodgers actually went back and because I guess the Astros admitted, like, oh yeah, like the reason why we hit him so well is because he was tipping his pitches. Tipping your pitch means like you're doing something
to make it
obvious that you're throwing a fastball or a curveball or a slider.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers went back and looked at the footage, and they're like, we can't find where he's tipping his pitches. Like, we don't see it at all.
Well, question, because you talked about how drastically different their home and away splits were.
Yeah.
But Game 7 was at Dodger Stadium, so they were away, right?
They were at Dodger Stadium, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, how much does that have to?
It doesn't. I mean, obviously, we don't know for sure, but you would assume that they kind of got each
by that
pitcher,
point they had the hang of it.
They had the hang of it. They know their signs for whatever pitcher it is.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. I already know what signs they throw to Darvish because each pitcher they like their different signs or whatever. So they already knew what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Darvish, when he throws a 3 down on Darvish, that's a fastball. Okay, cool. Obviously, after 2 games, I think he pitched 2 or 3 games. I'm not sure, but minimum 2 games.
Right.
After the first game, you kind of know what he's throwing automatically. So you can just take that on the road with you, take your little homework, your little cheat book, take it to Dodger Stadium, and rock them.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm still an avid supporter of the Houston Asterisks. I think everybody should be able to cheat.
Interesting.
And it'd be a more fun game if they just let everybody do roids and steal signs. That's what I'm all about, baby. I want to cheer you up, Danny.
Please do.
I want to cheer you up, right? So let's talk about some boys who it just seems like they stay winning. They stay winning in that purple and gold, man. Talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. In the last week, they did lose a game, to everybody's surprise. They lost to the Toronto Raptors last Sunday, 114-103. But then they went on to beat the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix, I believe. And Phoenix is an overachieving team so far. Nobody really expected this out of them. It seems like there's going to be great improvement out of that team as the year goes on. But we were able to beat them 123-115. And then we beat the team that everybody seems to beat this year is the Warriors. We beat them 120-94.
Doesn't that make you feel warm and fuzzy inside?
Honestly, I kind of feel bad for them now.
I don't.
Like, I wanted to see them be competitive.
Be 500?
Yeah, like I didn't want them to drop this bad. You know?
It just makes me happy.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did have their run.
They did. And now they're going to get smacked every single day.
Have you heard any news on Avery Bradley?
I think he was going to be out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's going to be out 1 to 2 weeks, but I didn't see what that was from. I think it was a leg injury, maybe.
We would have to ask our statistician over there. Oh, he's sleeping.
He's on Instagram, so it's cool. It don't even matter.
Yeah.
Hey, just make sure you slide my filter on. I got you. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Tonight we're playing against the Sacramento Kings, who that's a team that kind of disappointed, just because last year they were in games. They were competitive. They have a bunch of young pieces. So now
we have a lot of young pieces.
So now this season rolls around and it's like, okay, let's do it. Let's make that next jump. Let's make that push. Granted, we didn't get an all-star player to compete with these guys, but we have young guys who are supposed to be getting better every day.
Yeah.
You know, and we saw the potential last year, and we saw that the coaching there was getting as much as they could out of those young guys.
Luke Walton, right?
Yeah, he's there now.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's not a good look for Luke, I guess, if they take a step back this year.
Probably, you're right, because he was kind of the one. We're gonna bring him in and take him to the next step. I mean, they have De'Aaron Fox. I think Trevor Reese is over there too, right?
I think so, but
Yeah.
I love watching De'Aaron Fox though. He can play.
I think he's out today too.
That's sad because it just seems like we're gonna roll over this team.
I mean, it feels good to finally be able to roll over teams. Like,
I want to see competitive games though.
But also, I like winning too.
Yeah, no,
by a lot.
Winning's cool.
We haven't had that much winning the last 6-7 years.
I guess you're right. You think that they play down to the competition? I don't. Well, the only game that I can really point out where I saw that was the Chicago game. We definitely played down to them. But I'm trying to think, what other game have we really?
Maybe the Toronto game.
But Toronto's not. They're not a bad team. They're just not who
that
they were
good
last year.
But
yeah, well, I don't think they're shorthanded. Who are they missing? Oh, okay. Then I'll give you that. For anybody who can't hear, I'm talking to Abraham off the mic. Sorry about that. So we got Sacramento today.
Bro, know your role, please. Get back to doing homework.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But look, we got spider webs in the corner over here that I need cleaned off, and we got some paperwork to be filed away.
You know what? I'm gonna go find the ice cream, man.
Bro, we're in a submarine. You can't go nowhere.
Sunday we got the Hawks with Trey Young, who he's doing his thing. He's the first word that comes to mind to describe him is nifty.
Nifty. That's a good adjective.
He's nifty, man.
If
that makes sense to you, I hope it does. And then on Tuesday we got CP3 in the Thunder.
And then we got him again on Friday.
Next
week.
Week. Yeah. So it's a little bit of weird to play them back to back. Not really back to back because there's 2-3 nights in between. But I mean, the schedule is looking good for us, and we should be continuing this hot streak, I think.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about around the league. Last night, some news broke. Some big news. Carmelo Anthony back in the league. Signs with the Portland Trail Blazers.
I think it was a non-guaranteed contract,
Non-guaranteed contract. And I want to know how you feel about it, because I feel like you're not as up on Carmelo as I am.
I'm not, but also for some reason I'm like, damn, low-key, could have been with us. I don't know why I thought that.
Because I've been telling you we need to cut Jared Dudley and sign Carmelo.
First of all, Jared Dudley had some crucial three-pointers. Not crucial, but he had a couple three-pointers.
Not crucial at all. I think he should just change his last name to Dud. Just cut off the league.
Hey, leave the man alone, man. He could probably ball both of us up 2-on-1.
Oh, big facts.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to see him at the YMCA. Big facts. But, in the league, it's just interesting with Carmelo signing, there was a good amount of free agents still out there that haven't signed. And NBA.com put out a list of these guys, and I took some names out, but there were some guys that is interesting to see that they're not on an NBA team. So I just want to run them by you and see what you think.
Okay.
So this list of free agents, guys still out there able to sign. Jamal Crawford's still out there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Should he be on an NBA roster?
I mean, like you said, Jared Dudley or Jamal Crawford. Like the last.
Well, I wouldn't want Jamal Crawford on our team.
Why not?
I don't think.
But you'd rather have Jared Dudley?
No, but
I
don't think he fits our team though.
There has to be a team he fits on, so I think yes.
So yes.
Yes.
Okay, J.R. Smith.
Yeah. Yes, he can shoot.
He can shoot, but
also he does that bunch of other shit.
Does he really play that much defense and all his off the court issues? Stay away from my team.
It just depends on. I mean, I don't know. With LeBron, he's on his best behavior. So
you think so?
With LeBron and Cleveland, I remember he was there was no issues at all.
Well, more of his stories are like with Allen Iverson or with like I think Rudy Gay. It was. Yeah. More of his stories are away from LeBron.
I think if we have a solid organization, solid like support.
I guess
you'll be all right.
I guess what I'm really asking you between these guys is, would you take these guys or Jared Dudley? Next guy, Kenneth Faried.
Yes.
Big facts, 100%. I would take him over Jared
Dudley. So now it's Jared Dudley or this guy? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Okay. This is interesting.
Jared Dudley. He's a bit undersized power forward, but we got 3 7-footers on our fucking team.
You'll be all right.
He's athletic. He can run up and down the floor, and he's gonna give you mad hustle. 100% take Kenneth Reed over him. Corey Brewer. Okay, Corey Brewer. He's a wing player. He's getting up there in age. He's 33. He plays defense. Would you take him or Jared Dudley?
I'm sure he plays better defense than Jared Dudley.
I think he has a better chance of keeping up with these faster guards on the wing. So I think I would take him over Jared Dudley. Jared Dudley has a shooting over him. Joakim Noah's still out there.
Nah, we don't need him.
Yeah, we got bigs. I think we're good. But Joakim Noah should be in the league. Raymond Felton. He's an older point guard. My only concern with him would be his conditioning. How old is he? Did you see? He's going to be like 35. Yeah, he's 35 now. So he's an older point guard.
He's going to take minutes away from AC Fresh, and I don't like that.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't like that.
Right in the AC Fresh train.
The bald mamba.
Okay, another point guard. Devin Harris. I love Devin Harris. Devin Harris from back in the day with Utah.
Yeah, but it's not back in the day.
But he's not that old, though. He's young, and he's smart. He's a playmaker, bro. And he plays defense. I love Devin Harris. Not for this team, but he belongs in the league for sure. What do you think?
I'm trying to think.
No? Just take Jared Dudley.
All right, I'll take Jared Dudley.
The last one. It's my boy. This is my boy. Isn't this boy? Let me tell you something about this boy, man. This boy's my ride or die. Because this boy was riding with us when we was dying. When we was going through those Laker years of winning 19 games a year. You know, he was on those rosters, and he showed up every night. And I'm talking about my boy Jody Meeks.
Jody Meeks? I remember when he would drop. Yeah. We can do it. We can run it back with him.
He's a 3-point shooter, though.
We can run it back with him.
He's a 3-point shooter, and he's going to hustle on the defensive end.
Yeah. I'd rather have him than Dudley. For sure. Facts.
Same. Somebody sign Jody Meeks so I can buy a Jody Meeks jersey. Please, somebody sign Jody Meeks. Around the league, Mike Conley's coming back to Memphis tonight. So, you know, they're going to do a tribute for him. He spent 12 years with the Grizzlies. He had plenty of playoff runs, and he had some really good teams there. A lot of defensive players like Tony Allen, fucking Zebo, Zach Randolph,
Zebo.
Marc Gasol in the later years. Like, it was dope. The Grizzlies were a fun team to watch if you like defense, because they were gonna punk the All-Stars on any other team
for sure
every night. PG made his debut for the Clippers. He dropped 33, and they lost. So it doesn't fucking matter, huh, Paul George?
Who gives a fuck?
Doesn't fucking matter, man. Let's close out the show with some fucking football, Danny. Last night, Browns Steelers. Final score 21-7, but no one's even talking about the final score, bro.
I'm talking about the MMA fight.
Okay. Okay, tell me about it, because I didn't see all of it. Tell me about it.
Look, I don't know how it's. I think Mason Rudolph started it.
Did he?
Yeah. I from what I remember, it was Mason Rudolph that he was trying to take dude's helmet off, and then somehow dude took his helmet off.
I think it was Myles Garrett who started it, because he didn't just sack Mason Rudolph. Like, they blew the whistle, and before Mason Rudolph hits the ground, he kind of like thrust him into the ground. Like, he was doing extra shit. And when he's starting to get up, Mason Roof is obviously Mason Roof. What's his fucking name?
Mason Roof.
I'm gonna call him Mason Roof from now on, because honestly, he doesn't play well enough for me to get his name right. So Mason Roof.
He don't fight that good either.
You know what I'm saying? He don't fight too well either. He got hit in the head with a fucking helmet. Yeah, but he tries to defend himself afterwards, but it's like, dude, Myles Garrett is a beast of a human being. You're lucky your offensive linemen were there. Shout out Mike Pouncey. He's a fucking real one, dog. He's out there fucking kicking Myles Garrett and shit, dog. So that's what a teammate's supposed to do, homie.
But I guess Myles Garrett got somehow. Rudolph was trying to at Myles Garrett's helmet. Somehow Myles Garrett got his helmet off.
Yeah.
And then he whacked him in the head with it.
Not cool, man.
Not. It's not whack-a-mole. It's NFL.
That shit hurt, though.
For sure it hurt.
Helmets hurt.
Yo, like, you could knock somebody out.
Yeah. Like, he's lucky it wasn't worse than what actually happened.
I think he got suspended for the rest of the. No, he got suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, it's indefinitely.
But sure,
I'm
minimum.
He's missing the rest of the season.
And I wonder if they're gonna suspend him more.
I mean, this was week this was week 11.
Week 11,
right? So there's
we got
6 more games left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say he misses maybe 3 from next season.
From next season?
Along with
I don't think a lot of people are saying like a lifetime ban. I don't think so.
No, not
again.
lifetime.
I think immediately after he apologized, so I feel
Yeah.
like that helps more.
Yeah.
But
Plus, he's a young guy and he's super talented. I don't think the NFL is gonna.
Let's not negate the fact that you could really hurt. That you could have.
Oh yeah.
You could have for sure hurt somebody.
But it's like anything else that we've talked about on this show over the years. It's like, as long as you're talented, we'll forgive you.
That's true.
As long as you're really good at what you do.
That's true.
All right, we'll forget you did that shit. So, especially with him being one of the younger guys, being a key piece on that defense, I say he misses maybe 3 more games next year.
I wonder if it was Ben Roethlisberger who got hit in the head, what would have happened to him?
A little bit.
Like more steeper?
A little bit worse of a punishment, but also Big Ben's out the door anyways.
So
Big Ben's got one foot out the door anyways. If you want to say... Like if that was Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, if one of them gets hit in the head, hey, homie, count your money and save it because you ain't getting too many more of these NFL checks, baby.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, at the end of the day, shit happens. I'm surprised. I think they're talking about legal action, but I think I just read right now that Rudolph isn't going to seek any legal action.
Yeah,
I don't think he should. Whatever happened, dude's going to get suspended. He's going to probably lose out on a lot of money. That's it. Luckily, it wasn't worse. If he would have knocked him out, something more serious, then I could see that. But when there was a fight, it happens.
Look, if you're talking about what happened after the game more than you're talking about the actual game, that's how you know the game sucked. And I think that's fair.
That's true.
So let's talk about the games that are happening this weekend. Is there anything exciting that stands out to you? Because I know there's a few for me, Danny.
I got one.
Talk to me.
I got the Houston Texans against the Baltimore Ravens.
They got Deshaun Watson.
And Lamar Jackson.
And that's going to be a great game, man.
Yeah, that's going to be dope.
That's
at 10 in the morning, too. I got to wake up
10 in the
early.
morning, I'm waking up to watch that one for sure. Fucking shootout. For fantasy purposes, if you got any players involved,
chilling.
Throw them. Start them.
Do it.
Start them, bro. The other game that stands out to me is the Monday Nighter. Chargers taking on the Chiefs in Mexico City.
Well,
I know why. It stands out for a couple reasons. The last time we played, it came down to 1 point with 4 seconds left, and the Chargers got the win on the road, which was big time for our playoff push.
Yeah, I remember. That was a big win.
This year, if we have any chance of making a playoff push, we need to win this game on Monday night. And as sad as it is to say, if we lose on Monday, our season's pretty much done. We can pack it in. We can start getting ready for the offseason.
Honestly, we're in the same boat because I don't see how the Rams make it to the playoffs either.
Yeah.
I mean, I have hope, but it's
and
not
we were talking about how last year the Rams made the Super Bowl. Last year the Chargers were 1 game away from the Super Bowl. And this year, Week 11, it already looks like we're probably not making the playoffs. So it's crazy to see how much difference 1 year can make.
That's what it is. That's how it is.
So big game. You already know I'm watching the game on Monday night. I had to switch my shift, but I did what I had to do.
Like
dog.
that.
I gotta watch it, bro, because
it
could be the season.
I feel it.
Let's talk some fucking fantasy, dog. Hit me with some starters.
Start them. Hey, I rolled the dice with them last week, and he did all right. But I'm gonna roll the dice with them this week.
You going back to back? Who is it?
Going back to back. Jameis Winston.
Okay.
I got to.
Okay. Who are you playing this week?
50-50 chance. Sorry, what I was saying last week. He's playing against New Orleans.
I like that.
Look, Winston was decent week 10 against Arizona. He finished with 20 points.
Okay.
He scored at least 20 points 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
And in 6 of 7 outings. But also, New Orleans is expected to be without their star cornerback, Marcus Lattimore. So.
Is it Marshawn Lattimore?
Damn, now I'm doubting my research.
Is it Marcus?
I think it is Marcus.
Nah, it's definitely Marshawn, but it's cool. I gave you the chance to. It's cool.
Damn, autocorrect. But also, Winston has scored at least 22 fantasy points in his past 2 starts against New Orleans. On top of that, you know who else is going to eat?
Who going to eat?
Godwin.
Chris the Godwin.
Whoa, I don't know about the God.
No, too early?
Yeah.
And
Mike
it's already
Evans.
week 11.
Mike Evans. They're both going to eat. I think so. But well,
I'm starting Godwin then.
But obviously, you're going to start Godwin. You're going to start Evans. But start Jameis Winston.
For sure. My first sit, I think you're going to hate, is Jared Goff versus the Bears.
Interesting. Wow.
Look, Goff, he's not the player he was last year. This year, I believe he has 11 touchdowns and 14 turnovers. That's a big decline from the season prior. He looked absolutely horrible against the Steelers last week. And this week he has the Bears, who admittedly have taken a step back defensively, but they're still a really good defense. The one thing he has going for him is that they're at home. They don't have to go on the road to Chicago.
That makes sense.
I think it's gonna be a good game because
it's also Marshawn. Just so you know,
it is Marshawn, right?
Yeah, I fucked up.
The quarterback on the other side is Mitchell Trubisky. So we'll just see who throws more picks.
Hey, whoa, relax,
What?
relax.
Here's a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Mitchell Trubisky is gonna have more completions to the Bears or the Rams?
That sucks because last year I think he was nice last year. He was cool.
They both took a big step back this year, but
I wonder why, but it happens. My next stardom is wide receiver Josh Brown, Buffalo Bills versus guess who? The Miami Dolphins.
Danny.
What's up?
I'm gonna need you to be checking these names, dude.
What you mean?
Is that his name?
That has to be his name.
I don't.
Damn.
Can we do a check? Because I don't think that's his name. I think his name is John Brown.
Damn. Am I 0 for 2?
I think you're 0 for 2.
Damn.
Can we check that, please?
I'm not even gonna talk. Let's wait. Let's do
Check
this.
who, for the Bills, right?
For the Bills.
Buffalo Bills wide receiver. And damn, Danny. I don't know. I feel like you something needs to happen to you. You get this one wrong.
Oh, like that?
And it might be a chancla.
A chancla. It's actually John Brown. Damn, I'm 0
Let's
for 2.
go.
Hey, why am I faster than my statistician?
I
I get no signal.
His hands are busy scrolling down Instagram.
All right. So, correction. John Brown.
Or
Josh.
definitely sit Josh Brown because he's not on the team.
Yeah, I think he's a kicker.
But then also sit.
Also, but okay, back to because I was rudely interrupted. Look, he has only 2 touchdowns all season, but he's had at least 76 receiving yards in 4 of his past 5 games, and on top of that, he's had 51 yards every game this season. Look, the thing with the Dolphins is that they allow a lot of touchdowns. They're fourth most allowed to wide receivers. So I think Brown, which I'll refer to him now because I don't know his first name apparently.
Just do last names from now on.
Yeah, for real. Brown should find the end zone for a 3rd time this week.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with my next sit-em. And it's funny because I have a typo on mine, but I got it.
It's only because I messed up.
Yeah, my typo is Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz?
As in Carson went home.
Oh, okay.
Because Carson Wentz is not playing this year. He's taking on the Patriots. Obviously, the Patriots have been the best defense in terms of fantasy this year.
Quote unquote.
I said in terms of fantasy.
Okay,
in terms of fantasy, they have.
Okay.
There ain't no quote unquote there. In terms of fantasy, and they're coming off of bye week, which just means they had extra prep time. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be missing Carson Wentz. He's going to be missing Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey this week.
Yeah, I think he's ruled out.
So he can't throw the ball to himself. So it's going to be a long night for Carson Wentz, man.
Okay. My last dude, his name is Gerald Everett. I know who this person is. He's a tight end for the Rams.
Better know who that dude is, man.
Yeah, I for sure got this one right. Look, they're playing against Chicago, like you said, but he's coming into Week 11 with at least 14 PPR points in his last 4 of 6 games. He had 12 targets Week 10 against Pittsburgh for 8 catches and 68 yards. He's been seeing a high volume. Why? Brandon Cooks is out with concussion. Mm-hmm. Also, on top of that, the Bears allow the 7th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends specifically. So I think Goff is going to definitely throw to his tight end this week, and he's starting him.
He's going to throw to the tight ends and to the Bears secondary. My last sit-em is actually a 2-for-1, dog. It's a 2-piece and a biscuit. I'm going to go ahead and sit Marvin Jones and Kenny G, the wide receivers for the Detroit Lions.
I just picked up Marvin Jones.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, did you know Matthew Stafford ain't playing this week?
Possibly.
No, I think he's ruled out already.
Oh, I guess I got to drop him then.
I
got to drop him.
No Matthew Stafford for the second straight game. I think without Matthew Stafford, they're not going to be able to keep up score-wise with the Cowboys. And once the Cowboys take the lead, they're just going to do what they do best, which is run the ball and kill the clock, man.
Uh-huh.
So there's not going to be too much opportunity for the Lions as a whole. I mean, they're missing their starting running back too. So good luck, man. That's another game I'm probably not going to watch. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. It's been Trill. See y'all next week, man.
Deuces.